You notice that in the poem it mentioned Dr. Rainey. He was the Mackay's Rainey Dún Canna. Rainey, George Rainey was the landlord in Rase, and he mentions him in this list of landlords were clearing people. He was one of the worst of the landlords, probably, Rainey. Well, on the island, he forbid people to marry. And there was one person disobeyed him and got actually married and tried to build himself a little bothy to live in. And he sent people to knock down the bothy, and if anybody helped him, they would lose their home as well. So he was quite a cush man. And well, what can you say about a man like that? He was a slave owner in Demerara, and that's where they made a lot of their money from. Himself and his brother Gilbert made a lot of money in Demerara on the slave trade. And when slavery was abolished, he got compensation. Much was it? For 1,000 slaves, it came to hundreds of thousands of pounds compensation he got for his slaves. And he bought the land from the chief, the MacLeod of Rase, John MacLeod. He was deeply in debt, and he had to go to, well, didn't have to go, but he went to Tasmania. I think I saw the figure of 35,000 guineas that he was paid that he paid John MacLeod for Rase, that George Rainey paid him for Rase.
So was Rainey the only landlord, or was
no? Well, in this poem, there are he mentions Dr. Martin. He was a laird over in a factor over in Dunvegan.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got McAllister, and then you've got Big Ewan. He was a farm manager in Glen Brittle. For a big sheep farm over in Glen Brittle on Skye, and there was a big sheep farm in Mingonish. That's why that's mentioned in this poem, I think. And then Alistair Rurev, he was a factor for Snizort in 1884, and it was so bad that actually the people petitioned him or asked for him to be dismissed for his activities, I believe.
How important do you think it is that's been documented in the poetry? How important is it that all this has been